Good morning, Nandini. As the recording has started, you people can put up your attendance and we'll be starting your class in a minute or two. Okay, good afternoon, one and all. And why are you, Ayush, why are you sharing the link over here? Because before also there has been cases of misbehavior in this class. Why are you sharing the link over here? And why do you need to share the link at all? Everyone who is having the Google Classroom access is having the links. Why do you need to share the link? Hmm? Come on, turn on your mic.
Ma'am, my keyboard was working.
But sharing the link and keyboard was not working. It has no connection with one another.
Phone was just having glitches.
Now, if I find any problem in this class today, it will be because of that, because of the link that was being shared over here.
Sorry, ma'am.
And you'll be held responsible for that. If I have any problem in the class today, if anyone extra or the outsider joins the class, then I'll know that who has shared the link and why is the person able to join the class.
No, ma'am. Actually, I was
No ma'am,
attending
no
my.
ma'am, नहीं करना है. Everyone is having the link. What is the requirement of sharing it at all?
No, ma'am.
I
My
don't even
keyboard was
change the
just.
link. ऐसी हरकतें करते करनी क्यों है आप लोगों को? I don't understand that. And that too when you people are aware that there is an outsider who keeps on coming for the class and disturbs you. अब आपकी जगह कोई भी उस लिंक को कॉपी करके कहीं पे भी भेज सकता है. Are you aware that this can happen? And
Ma'am,
again, you will be held responsible. But now I know you. There was some problem with your phone, and hence it happened. So I might not hold you responsible. But other than that, you would have been held responsible, ना? ऐसी हरकतें मत करो भाई.
but
And that too when you know that there is some problem, there is an outsider who comes to the class. तो क्यों ऐसी हरकतें करनी है? Try to stay safe. गवर्नमेंट भी यही बोलती है, मैं भी यही बोलती हूँ. Try to stay on a right path, on in a safe way. और ना आप लोग गवर्नमेंट की सुनते हो ना मेरी सुनते हो. Okay, so we'll start with your unit 4 today. Have we started with unit 4 yesterday itself? Did I give you any introduction about Unit 4 yesterday?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's start directly with the concepts of business cycle. As you are already aware that what all is there in the syllabus. There's one more thing which I like to bring to your notice, that if at any point of time my voice is not visible to you, please put it in the chat box or put a message on my number, because if there is any internet issue I'll not be able to know. So either put it in the chat box or on my number that I'm not audible to you. There are only 2% chances that that will happen. 98% time I'll be there. Okay, so let's start with what is business cycle. See, whenever we are talking about any sort of business, or whenever we are talking about any sort of enterprise, it is something which works in the economy. So we want it, we do not want it, we need it, we do not need it. These are certain things which will, the economic activities are certain things which will impact the business no matter what we intend for our business to do. So whenever any economic activity that is happening in the, that is taking place in the country is impacting the flow of business in that particular region, that is called, that can be termed as a business cycle. Now whenever we are talking about a business cycle, it can also be, we can also use this synonyms like economic cycle or boom and bust cycle as a reference to business cycle. Because what is a business cycle? This is basically an economy wide fluctuation in production, trade, or any sort of general economic activity. So whenever there is any up and down or any fluctuation in the economic activity in a country which is affecting the business in a similar way, that can be termed as a business cycle. Like if you are seeing it from a conceptual perspective, a business cycle is basically an upward and a downward movement of the gross domestic product. So this is something which represents the period or refers the period of expansion and contraction in the level of economic activities. See, there's one thing which I like to bring to your notice, that these business cycles are not something which are which are short-lived. Whenever there is a business cycle which is occurring in the economy, you'll be able to see that particular business cycle is occurring for a long period of time only. Um, do you remember Say's law? We went through the Say's law of demand. Yes, supply creates its own demand. The same law. So you remember that Say's law. In that, they used to say that the economy will balance itself in a long-term period of time, and that was the law which came into existence before like 1929. Because in before 1929, because in 1929 we got this law which was given by Keynes, that there is nothing like long term period, but there is something like long term period, and that long term period is something which refers to the business cycle. There, whenever we are talking about any sort of changes in the business cycle, it takes years of time for a change to occur in a business cycle. Like we have heard of the period of Great Depression, that is in the year of from the year of 1929 to 1932. These were the years of Great Depression. So it was like a period of 3 years of time. That is not a short term period, that is a long term period. So whenever we are talking about any sort of business cycle, it will take years and years of time to complete one loop. See, here you can see the business cycle. इससे आपको after taking a, after having a view of it, You think that it will keep on going up and down, up and down, up and down like a dragon. कभी अगर मेले में गए होगे तो आपने वो ड्रैगन देखा होगा, ऊपर नीचे ऊपर नीचे ऊपर नीचे चलता रहता है, तो आप लोगों को वैसा ही लगेगा, दिस इज समथिंग लाइक दैट ओनली. बट the actual movement of this sort of business cycle takes years of time together. No doubt, the time of recession is comparatively lesser as compared to the time of expansion, but this motion keeps on moving. So, whenever we are talking about any sort of business cycle or any sort of business, it moves through four different stages of business cycle if it is able to sustain the through stage. What are the four stages of business cycle? As visible to us, the four stages of business cycle are through, expansion, peak, and contraction. These are the four different stages of business cycle. And there are different names also given to these stages. These are not the only names with which we can identify these stages. There are other names also. But if you'll see the graph by itself, and we make an effort to move any sort of discrepancies, we can see that even though there is a loop formation in the business cycle, the direction in which the business is moving is constantly upwards. It's not like that at every time when the business cycle is at the through stage or at the contraction, yes, at the through stage, it is on the lowest minimum point only. That's not necessary. Every time the lowest minimum or the bottom point can be different. At the same time, in the same way, every time the highest point can also be different. That is, the peak can also be different. Sometimes it can turn up early, sometimes it can turn up late. It depends from business to business, it depends from the economic condition. It depends on the economic condition of the country. If the country is trying to control the money supply, control the employment of their particular nation at an early stage, then you'll be able to see that the peak has, that this turning point has come up at an early stage. At the same time, if the country is trying to control the deflation at an early stage, then you'll be able to see that the through stage is coming at an early stage. So it depends from country to country and company to company. So with this, let's take a detailed understanding of business cycles, that how are they identified in four different stages. Like you have already seen in the graph that I have shown you, that every business cycle goes through four different stages, that is expansion, peak, contraction, and through. Okay, so the first one is that expansion. Now, expansion is something which is characterized by an increase in employment, an increase in growth rate, an upward pressure on the price. If the price of things is increasing, there is more employment in the market, the economy is growing. So that is what expansion is. This is a long-term process. It keeps on happening. Then, when we have reached the highest possible point of expansion, that point is called peak. So, if we are trying to state in simpler words, what is peak? Peak is the highest point of the business cycle. This is the point where the economy is producing the maximum allowable output. The employment is more than is at a level which is above full level. There is a lot of inflationary pressure on the prices, and that is very evident. So this is the time when there is a certain, which is called peak. See, whenever we are talking about this inflationary pressure, then that is a sort of inflammation in the economy. What is inflammation? Anyone can tell me what is the meaning of inflammation? Anyone can tell me what is the meaning of inflammation?
Which can burn easily.
That is inflammable. Product that can be burnt easily is called inflammable. Inflammation is jalna. No, not price rising. That is inflation. I asked inflammation. Inflammation means jalna. Some of the times what we say is that market में आग लगी हुई है. वो आग ऐसे लगती है. There is too much employment, there is too much money, there is too much output. Now, whenever there is an excess of something, there is always a downturn to it. Like I've already explained you earlier also that whenever that it was stated in the certain things about Say's law hold true in long term, and one of them was that the economy tries to balance itself. Whenever there is too much output in the market, which we are unable to sell out, what will happen? There'll be a clutter in the market. There'll be an inventory with the production house. And as a result of that high inventory or clutter, what will happen? The requirement of any sort of further production will be decreased or will minimize. अब हमें इससे ज़्यादा production की ज़रूरत नहीं because हमारे पास already काफ़ी inventory. So in that case, what will happen? You'll not need any more output. So the one upon a time when you are having the maximum allowable output, you will have to decrease the output so that your inventory cost does not increase. Now when you have to decrease the output, what will happen? The people who are involved in this output creation will become idle, and as soon as they'll become idle, the amount of employment which was above the full level will start decreasing. And when this total employment will start decreasing, there will be lesser money in the market. So the demand of goods will also decrease. Now when the demand of a particular good will decrease, the price of the goods will also decrease, because अब जो प्रोडक्शन वाला इंसान है उसके पास ऑलरेडी इन्वेंट्री है, उसे वो उस इन्वेंट्री को खत्म करना है. एंड व्हेन यू आर सेइंग दैट आई डू नॉट हैव अ डिमांड ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल एनी मोर, तो उसकी इन्वेंट्री का क्या होगा? डेफिनेटली इन ऑर्डर टू फुलफिल द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ whomsoever is having the demand for the product, what this person will do? This person will decrease the price of the good. So the inflammation that was being caused in an economy due to the inflationary pressure of prices will now become easy. It will step by step, it will be easing off, because the demand is decreasing, the supply of money in the market is decreasing, hence the price of the products which was earlier more than the required level, which was at an inflationary level, will now also decrease. This is what happens after the peak. In peak, we are having everything above and beyond. Employment is above and beyond. Allowable output is above and beyond. The inflationary pressure on prices is above and beyond. Following this peak, the economy typically enters the correction stage. And that correction stage is called contraction. In this contraction stage, the growth will become slower. Why will it become slower? Because there is too much inventory in the market. The person has to sell out that inventory, hence the output will be reduced. Once the output is reduced, the total employment will be reduced. Once the employment is reduced, the total supply of money in the market will be reduced. Hence the demand will be reduced. Hence the price of a product will also become lesser pressurable. It will subside. The pressure which was there on the inflationary pressure which was there on the price will now subside. This is called the contraction stage. Once we are through the contraction stage, the slowly ceasing at the through. At this point, the economy has hit its rock bottom. इससे नीचे नहीं जा सकती. And once you have hit the rock bottom, once you have decreased your price up to a level that your profit is becoming negligible, you cannot decrease any more prices. By the time your prices have come so low, your inventory must have been decreased. It would It would have evaporated itself, it would have exhausted itself. So after this point of time, you cannot go any below, any more low. So from this point, the next phase of expansion will start. Okay. Here the contraction will go away once you are through the stage of through. Your economy will once again start expanding. So this process of expansion, peak, contraction, and through will go on and on. Now, there is one more thing with these stages of peak, through, contraction, and expansion, but that we'll consider in the explanation of our business cycle. Okay, so let me explain you this business cycles along with their characteristics and features in detail. The another name which is used for expansion is prosperity phase. Sorry, not for expansion. This is like for peak. The prosperity phase is the another word which is used for peak. Now, when there is an expansion of output, income, employment, prices, profit, there is also a rise in the standard of living of an individual. And this is the phase which is called the prosperity phase. Now, what are the features of any prosperity phase? There is high level of output and trade. There is high level of elective demand. There is high level of income and employment. The rates of interest are rising. There is inflation. There is large expansion of bank credit because everyone is very optimistic, and there is huge investments, so the marginal efficiency of capital is also very high. So this is the stage which is called prosperity phase. And due to full employment of resources, the level of production is maximum and the employment is more than full. What is happening with the GNP? The GNP is also rising, and so is the supply of money. So due to high level of economic activity, it causes the rises in prices and profits also. So basically what is happening over here, there is an upswing in the economic activity and the economy reaches its peak with the help of this. That is why this is the period which is also called the boom period of the economy, that the economy is in boom right now. That is what we say for the economy. Just a second. Okay, the next stage that comes after peak is recession. This is the turning point from prosperity to depression. And this is the point which is termed as a recession phase. Now, what happens during the recession phase is that the economy is slowing down. सब कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया, employment ज़्यादा हो गया, output ज़्यादा हो गया, everything was too much. So now the economy is entering the correction phase. It is slowing down. This is the stage in which the demand starts falling. The overproduction and the future investment plans, people start giving them up because now there's not so much sales in the market. There's a steady decline in the output, in the income, employment, prices, profits, because everything was beyond, over and beyond the expected limit. So now what is happening over here, that there is a steady decline in each and everything, that is output, income, employment, profits, everything. Because what is happening over here right now in the recession stage is that the businessman who was very optimistic in the stage of prosperity is now becoming a bit pessimist, and that is why he is reducing his investment because he is not getting that much of profits. The banks and the people in general are also trying to maintain a certain level of liquidity. So the credit is also contracting. The credit money which flows in the market, you're aware of that, no? We are having credit money flow in the market. That is one of the types of money. So that is also reduced in this particular period. any sort of expansion plans that people were having towards their business or the stock market, that is also falling, because the expansion of business has stopped. So no more investment is needed, hence the stock market starts falling. The orders are cancelled because people are not having jobs enough to make the demand, and as the orders are cancelled, the prices are slashed. So there's an increase in unemployment, which is causing a sharp decline in income and aggregated demand. The total demand of a person will decrease, na? With the decrease in income, the demand also decreases. So this is something which is generally for a shorter period of time, but it is there, and this can turn up into depression also. So this is the area in which everything starts falling, is called the period of recession. Then we are having the depression phase. Like there's a continuous decrease in output, in income, employment, prices and profits, and there's again a fall in the standard of living also. In recession, we do not say that there is any fall in the standard of living, but as soon as we hit the depression stage, the standard of living also starts falling, because now the depression is setting in. What are the features of depression? There's a fall in the volume of output and trade. Then there is a fall in income. There is a fall in employment. The consumption is decreasing. The demand is decreasing. The interest rates are falling. No one wants to take any loan, and the banks wants to give more and more loans. So the interest rate is falling. Then there is again deflation in the market. There's a contraction of bank credit because no one is in need of it. So the credit in the market is decreasing. No one is investing any money. No one is asking for any loans. So the bank credits is decreasing. Then there is an overall, if we are talking about the depression phase, then there is an overall pessimism in the market. And as a result of that, the investment decreases. So the marginal efficiency of capital will also decrease. Now, what happens in depression is that there is underutilization of resources, and at the same time, there is a fall in the gross national product also. The aggregate economy activity is basically at the lowest point over here, and is causing a decline in the price and profits until and unless the economy reaches the through stage. The depression continues until and unless we are reaching the through stage. So we start with recession and we dip into depression. Then is the last stage that comes into existence, and that is called the recovery stage. Now, what is this recovery stage? This is basically an upturn. Okay, I've told you that this recession stage is short-lived. Depression, the Great Depressions or the depression stage, as you have seen, they are also not too long. But whenever you'll see there's a stage of expansion in the economy, or there is a stage of recovery in the economy, these are the stages which last longer. These are the positive stages, but they last longer. So basically, what happens over here is kids, just a second. And who is this Chintan? Is he there in the class? Ishan, Chintan. Let me search. They're there in the class. Okay, so what happens in the recovery stages? This is the turning point from the depression to expansion. Basically, we can call it a revival or a recovery stage. During the period of revival or recovery stage, there is an expansion. There is a rise in the economic activities. Then the demand will start rising. The production will start increasing steadily. Not at a very fast pace, but it will start increasing. And this causes an increase in the investment also. So basically, what happens in the recovery stage that there is a steady rise in output, income, employment, prices, profits. So the businessman gains his lost confidence once again. He becomes optimistic again. Starts making an investment in his business again, because earlier he was on the verge of earlier he was coming on the verge of losing the business or losing his profits entirely. Whereas now what is happening, he is getting more income, more output, more employment, and at the same time he is able to gain a certain level of confidence in his business once again. So the stimulation of investment brings about a certain level of revival or recovery in the economy. Now, when there is optimism in the market, people will ask for more loans. When there are investment in the market, there will be more output, more employment, and in order to increase this investment in the market, people will not be having money anymore, no? So they'll have to ask for bank loans. So the bank credit will also expand. The stock markets will be activated once again. So there'll be an there'll be an overall increase in employment, production, income, aggregate demand, prices, profits, and there'll be an expansion of business altogether. So this revival is something which slowly emerges into prosperity, and then the business cycle is repeated again. That during this expansionary and prosperity phase, there is inflation, whereas in the contraction and depression phase, there is deflation in the market. There's one more thing which I like to tell you, and that is that whenever the markets are falling, they are falling at a very fast pace. Like आप लोग कभी आप लोग जब एग्जाम देने कॉलेज आए थे, was there anyone in the class who used to use staircase all the time? Okay, so you might be able to see that going upwards is always tougher as compared to coming down. सीढ़ियाँ चढ़ना मुश्किल होता है, उतरना बड़ा आसान होता है. Am I right or wrong? Right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
the same thing happens with the market also. That it falls at a in a very speedy process. Whereas when it starts rising, तो वो धीरे 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 बढ़ता है. That is the only reason because of which this depression or recession is always very short lived. Whereas when we are talking about prosperity and when we are talking about revival, those are the stages which take a long period of time. Now just give me 2 minutes. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, thanks for waiting for me. Is there anyone who is having any sort of doubt in whatever we have done till now? That is in the concept of business cycle, what, and then in the explanation of the four stages of business cycle. Okay, so that is fine. Now I want to ask you one thing, that is I've already uploaded your assignments on your Google Classroom. Are you aware of that?
Yes, madam.
Okay, and what is the last date of it?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm?
22nd May.
Yes. So now the question is, that I'm made aware that you'll be having your exam midterm on that date, right?
Ma'am, I had a question.
Yes, Smith.
मैम तो हमने अगले साल फर्स्ट सेम में जो भी असाइनमेंट्स किए थे और इंटरनल मार्क्स काउंट कहाँ पर होते हैं मैम? रिजल्ट
Obviously,
दे रही हूँ।
internals will be counted.
नो मैम, रिजल्ट में तो दिखा नहीं रहे।
For this, I'll request you to have a word with Paras sir. He'll be
ओके
able to
मैम,
sort your query out.
ओके मैम।
If you have submitted, then definitely they'll be added to your marks.
Yes ma'am, I had submitted all the assignments and I had
Have a
90%.
word. Have a word with Paras sir. He'll be able to sort your query out.
ओके मैम।
Okay, now on 22nd, are you having your papers? Midterm है आप लोगों का? Okay. Okay, till 21st you are having. So I can expect you to submit your assignments on 22nd, right?
Ma'am, can you repeat what you told because of internet connection? I just missed something.
So can I expect that you people will be able to submit your assignments on 22nd?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, exam is should now could it be?
That is getting over on 21st. Last paper is on 21st.
Yes, ma'am.
What
Yeah,
do you
so
want?
we can, ma'am, we can do in one day.
Okay. Speak up what you want. Until and unless you tell me what is your requirement, how can I understand? See, the boys are so quiet. उन्हें कुछ नहीं पड़ी last date की.
Yes, ma'am, we will submit on 22.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Then I
23,
Ma'am,
please.
if you can extend the date for 2 to 3 days,
Yes,
please.
ma'am, please.
But just one of you said that they'll submit on 22nd and was so confident. Yeah, ईशान गुजराती में रोल नंबर भी लिखता है अपना. Okay. See, like I cannot say the percentage, but some of you are saying that they'll submit. What can I do? I can extend the date only if you are on a consensus that ma'am we need an extension and okay, let me tell you, I'll not accept anything in Word document. If you are thinking that you'll submit the assignment in Word document, that is not acceptable. I want a written copy, written and scanned. तो सोच लो. Yes, yes, handwritten. I want handwritten.
Ma'am,
Yes, madam, okay.
So now what I'll do is I'll write down the names of those who are saying that they'll be able to submit on 22nd. For them, there is no extension. For others, I will think of giving an extension because I've given an extension in the next class also.
Thank you, ma'am.
But जिन्होंने 22nd लिखा है उनका मैं 22nd को ही चेक करूंगी. After that, I'll put date submission. Okay, Smith, Ishan.
Okay, madam.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. I will submit it.
You have to submit now.
Yes, ma'am.
You've given a word that you'll submit, so you'll have to submit.
Madam, write my name.
Okay, I'll write your name. Okay, so as you're not having any doubt, have you received the? Are you having all the material for your exam? That is Unit 1 and Unit 2. The slides are available with you. कोई doubt है उनमें कहीं पे भी?
Ma'am, do you have any idea regarding our vacation?
Vacation? There is nothing sort of vacation. आप लोगों ने पहले बहुत छुट्टियां मारी हैं, पूरे एक साल की छुट्टी मार के आए हो. Okay, once your exams are over, if there is any notice about it, we'll let you know. बाकी आप लोगों ने बहुत छुट्टियां मारी हैं बच्चों, अभी भी छुट्टी पे ही तो हो.
मैम आज सबमिट करे तो आप चेक
कोई
करोगे.
तो बोलते हैं वेकेशन ओपन करो.
हाँ जी विवेक, अगर आप आज सबमिट करोगे तो आई विल चेक इट टुडे आल्सो. यस स्मिथ, यू वर सेइंग समथिंग.
कोई तो बोल रहे हैं कि वेकेशन खत्म कब होगा, हम कॉलेज कब आ पाएंगे.
Beta, the things are not very fine right now, so you take care of yourself. अभी थोड़ा टाइम घर पे रुक जाओ. Once things are back on track, everything is back on track. So like last time, we'll call you back to college. Don't worry about that. पिछली बार भी बुलाया था ना, जैसे ही conditions थोड़ी सी ठीक हुई थी, we did call you to the college. So wait for that time.
पर मैडम वो एग्जाम टाइम था ना तब तो.
तो बेटा फिर से एग्जाम टाइम आएगा तो मैं बोल दूंगी पारस सर को कि सर इन्हें एग्जाम देने कॉलेज आना है.
नहीं, एग्जाम देने नहीं, पढ़ने को भी आना है.
Okay. So now I know that you people are not having any doubt in the subject. So thank you for the class. Have a good day ahead.